Hello Gemini, and welcome to your reading. There's good chance that you get this on the 2nd because with the time of uploading here I'm a bit late, but here it is. Okay, so I meditated on your energy, Gemini, and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. The first two cards, 2 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. That tells me that last month, beginning of the month, maybe for the past couple of months, the 5 of Pentacles is when we feel ghosted, when we feel that we don't have, that we don't receive. When it comes to 2 of Cups, the people in our lives, maybe romantically, be feeling completely out of the loop, or in friendship, in family, in at work, in every connections that we have. 5 of Pentacles. I am not receiving from the people that are mirrored in my life. I am not receiving from them. After that, I have the Page of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. Now the Page of Pentacles plus the 5 of Pentacles, that would make a 6 of Pentacles, where we are receiving equally and from a place of overflow, not from a place of sacrifice. Here, I'll do this for you, but it's asking a lot of me. No, that would be a balancing of things. But there's the 7 of Cups with it. So it's almost like the incapacity to bring forward that extra pentacle that would allow us to receive from the mirrors in our life, and not just mirrors of what I cannot have or what is not given to me, is kind of blocked or in a fog of all of our old projected wounds. The 7 of Cups is Venus in Scorpio. So you imagine Venus, the planet of love and abundance, brought down to Scorpio, where Scorpio hides in the bottom of the water all of his wounds and is not afraid to have them go there. So what happens is that these old wounds are projected in this cloud in front of us, where at some moment we can think, my God, this is a castle in Spain. But at other moments, well, this is poison. This is a snake in the grass. Our wounds are projected in front of us. So if we were rejected, if we were abandoned, if we feel abandoned, or lack, or not enough, or too much this and not enough that, and so on and so on, then we project that this is what we have in front of us. Therefore, we cannot arrive to a state where we can start receiving. But after that, I have the Ace of Wands and the 6 of Wands. There's a healing happening here. A big grasp of consciousness about this. Now, this could have been your reality in the past months. This month, huge understanding, huge readjustment, and it's going to give you a new fire and will to live, to experiment, to absorb joy. So, under our 2 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, that is probably the reality, or was the reality for a lot of you. Here under that, I have the Ace of Swords and the Pope. So there's that understanding, there's that clarity. Right now it is open for that. We do have the... I spoke about it in all of the videos because it's a strong one for me and I feel it. We're going to have the full moon in Capricorn eclipse. So that's the devil. If there's something that's keeping you in the shadow, it's going to be obvious around the 4th of July, 5th of July. I know the 4th of July is the American celebration, but with an eclipse in Capricorn, could be very explosive. But we're going to feel it inside of us also. Like the distortions will be obvious. And it's an opportunity to rise above it. And this is what you're going to do, Gemini. Ace of Swords, the Pope. This is the clarity. Seeing this exactly. And with that understanding, being able to apply it in your life. The Pope is applied spirituality. That's why it is, religion, government, and whatnot. Under our 7 of Cups and the Page, we have Justice. So with that sword, because Justice has a sword in her hand, with that sword, the capacity to bring balance. And the balance is the 6 of Cups. There's a scale on that card also, which is not showing here, but anyway. So making decision, readjusting karma, where we can leave the fog that was blocking our view because we were only seeing our own wounds there, making us feel like that, and having the people in our life always mirror this, Under our Ace of Wands and our 6 of Wands, we have Temperance. All of this, it's the divine timing now, seeing the big picture. All of our experiences brought us to this moment of understanding and healing. And talking of healing, here under our, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, here we get the understanding and how it was applied into our life. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. So that sword helps us to heal our 3 of Swords, our disappointments and heartaches in our life, because we understand that. And it has to do with the Queen of Pentacles, of how much we allowed in our life. Were we keeping ourselves poor, scarcity, in all the senses, in the attention we get, what others give us, all of that. The Queen of Pentacles, she knows she's enough, she's abundant, she allows abundance. She allows all of these things into her life. So being able to heal from the lack that we had. 3 of Cups, the shape of our emotions, rising our emotional vibration. These are the 3 graces. And then here we have the Queen of Swords, and under that the 2 of Swords, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. So what happened is that kind of paradox that maybe we were in, as Gemini. Queen of Swords, she has 1 sword. That 1 sword. It is an inner decision to accept that healing, to accept that new fire and that balancing of our ego, not underestimating or overestimating, but moving forward in that joy, in that energy, in that understanding of what was happening. That Ace of Wands here, we grab it and we're going. Chariot, we're moving forward successfully because we are aligning our shadow and our light. This is like, oh my God, now I see what was in my shadow. I see it clearly, how it prevented me from moving forward because it was projecting so much pain and hurt. Now I can, move forward. So let's clarify this for Gemini. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Gemini for the month of July. Gemini for the month of July. All right. Two of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, Spirit. King of Cups. Queen of Sword. Queen of Sword. It's like if you're gonna get that kind of... The King of Cups is like a bit of the Man of Tao. It's that emotional intelligence, stability. That's why he's often a psychologist, a counselor, somebody that can help us understand and heal our wounds. It's that masculine energy. With the Queen of Sword here, that's why there's this... and it could be because somebody's helping you, or there's someone like that in your surrounding, or it's just that aspect of yourself being receptive and being able to kind of give this solidness into your emotion, that solidness through understanding in your emotions, changing your perception of things. Queen of Sword, that's you. Show me the Page of Pentacle and the Seven of Cups. Oh, and there was another card that flipped here. I didn't notice, but the Four of Sword. Four of Sword, Four of Sword. So yes, healing through an emotional understanding. The world finishing a cycle of this, of maybe dragging that I never receive from the mirrors in my life. I'm left outside in the cold. Page of Pentacle, Seven of Cups. Our cup masculine will bring that kind of, you know, Men of Tao feeling. Because we understand and we heal, we are much more solid emotionally. And this should not be a mirror in our lives anymore. That constant sadness deep down. Okay. Seven of Cups. Page of Pentacles, Spirit. You want to talk about this? You want me to move to something else? Lovers, there you are. Yes. See, the understanding, clarity about the disappointments, the heartaches, the deep sadness that we have inside. Because we understand it, we're able, Six of Swords, to move to calmer waters. We're able to, and the Lovers here, you know, that's you. We're able to bring our thinking pattern, our mind, into this heart chakra, peace and serenity. Giving us that will, that new will that's going to be here to push ourselves past this period of our lives, so that it stops feeding our perception of what is in front of us. It's that clarity and that understanding that we get. And you could get it around the eclipse, you know, maybe a bit before, a bit after, because it's kind of in Capricorn. Show me the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, Ace of Cup. You see? Not in the Seven of Cups anymore, but in the, yes, Ace of Cup. And instead of not being able to see it, Four of Cups, where, well, my life is just what I've experienced until now. And frankly, it wasn't so great. It hurt me deeply, you know. I only see, you know, the hurts and the pains that I've received. I don't see the Ace of Cups that the Divine wants to give me. The joy, the beauty, the love, the serenity that wants to come into my heart. Now, that new way of doing things, because I understand and I see clearly, will allow me to take that cup. Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. Show me that Ace of Swords with the Pope. This is understanding why, how come that was my reality in my matrix. How come the Pope is that applied belief, soul lesson, whatever, you know. And that's why there's keys on the Pope card, because once we get that integrity, discernment of the Pope there, then we can open or close the doors of where we want to go and what we want to do. Two of Swords, this is a decision, that Two of Swords, that we're going to take an inner decision of healing or not. Show me that Ace of Swords. What is that understanding? What is that understanding? I'm going to talk about this spirit for Gemini. Oh, okay. Well, the devil. Okay, so that understanding is coming on that solar eclipse there. So I have the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. It all had to do with 9 of Pentacles. We're solid financially, we know our worth, Queen of Pentacles, and all of that. It's like the mini Empress. 8 of Wands, this is when things move forward and the events go back and forward perfectly. So this is almost like how the events were arriving in my life, my feeling of security and all of that. And also it could have to do with because if this is what the mirrors in your life brought you, you can easily become completely independent, but so independent that it's very hard to reach you. You're like an island. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need anybody, because when I have mirrors in my life, they brought me feelings of lack, of I'm not enough, or whatever, sorrow, pain, and that's all I see. Like understanding that that's how events unfolded, but it was because you were at your 10 of Cups. You needed that Ace of Cups to be able to rise to a higher level of emotional satisfaction, the summum of it, of what has been exchanged with you until now. As we grow, our emotions get more conscious, deeper, and all of that, you know. So that was your devil. That was your shadow. That was him. So you're going to see it clearly and understand how that applied into your life. All those sides of you, how one action after the other created that. It's time to readjust. Justice. And that understanding is also going to unblock things where maybe you did not have any communication, maybe your social was a bit exhausted for now. Here, Page of Cup. That's grabbing that Ace of Cup that's here. And Justice with that understanding is going to rebalance things so you can grab that Ace of Cup. So you can go from the 5 to the 6 of Cup. 6 of Cup is the heart chakra. In 3 of Pentacles, in how you build your life and what you want to create, your interaction with people and all of that. Let's look at the Temperance. And there's that healing that's happening because you see the whole picture. Yeah, healing of the devil, as we knew, and 2 of Wands. That new wand is opening a brand new path, a brand new way of accomplishing yourself, of living, of experimenting, of this new fire within you, Gemini lovers. Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Death, transformation. King of Wands. Being able to grab, so that you can grab that fire. If you felt exhausted, out of fire completely, this was why. Now death is the transformation of that, the purification of that, true healing, true understanding, seeing the bigger picture and being able to actually apply it in your life. And it has to do with joy, with the rising of your emotions, the shape of your emotions. Three of Cups. Emperor, Eight of Cups. Yes, it is acknowledging what I've lived until now emotionally is not feeding me. But I understand that there's more out there. And that's where I want to go and bring. That's what I want to receive. Not cups that are, you see here, 3 cups on the ground that are dropped and spoiled. I want those 3 cups to be high in joy and happiness. Not feeling dry out inside. And it has to do with the masculine here, the Emperor. Maybe, you know, it wasn't a lack of your inner world, but more in the how it's applied out there. Emperor. Here we have the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, the Knight of Wands, the masculine side is the one that actually is going to bring you understanding, Page of Sword, Knight of Wands again, Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands. You're really gonna grab that new fire that's gonna come into your life. It's like oh, I feel it, and yes, this is what I want. I want to have fun. I want to go out there, enjoy life, bite in it. That's the Knight of Wands. I don't want to be haunted by my past experiences and only perceive that in my life and attract that, mirror that they keep showing me this. I'm transforming because I'm healing. And here, the Emperor, this is how we manage and how we can build our empire. Rising the emotions, actually grabbing that extra cup of love, allowing it into our lives. The Empress allows it within ourselves. The Emperor actually brings it to us. So if you allow love into yourself through the Empress, it's going to be through your inner world, your imagination, your meditations, your creativity, your, all within your womb. And the masculine, it is the gestures we put out there. So how we receive it from outside, from other people, and all of that. This has to change, whether you're a man or a woman. And now you're kind of understanding this, and by understanding this, by being able to take a completely different path, there's that Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. See? That Ace of Wands open up a brand new path where you're going to walk successfully when it comes to that. That Ace of Swords will bring your mind into a balanced position in your heart chakra. Your Ace of Cup is going to help you and help you heal. And that Ace of Cup is going to bring you out of that fog of Venus in Scorpio and make you able to actually take control on your life and rise your emotions, allowing yourself to receive it from the outside and to celebrate life. There you go, Gemini. Go ahead and celebrate life. This is what this month is going to bring you. And it is beautiful. You have the right to be happy, to celebrate, and to receive all of that. All right? On this, my beautiful Gemini, I'm going to send you all of my love and light. May joy come into your heart and allow yourself to just enjoy the birds singing, the love that the people want to give you. Let it in. Let it in. Thank you for all your comments, sharing, and subscribing, please, to rise the channel a bit. If you want a private reading, the description is below. Also, thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. On the new moon, full moon, I'm gonna do a little ceremony to give you back, and this time it's gonna be an eclipse in Capricorn. Should be interesting. Also, my heart goes out there for all of us dealing with the virus. It's still not done. It's a marathon of will and light, and kind of provoking all sorts of readjustments in society, different societies, where justice, our perception of the other, and our similarities, and just opening our heart is out there. So may the light prevail. I'll see you next month, Gemini. Bye-bye.